Hey kid, ho ho ho, it's Christmas time. La da la 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 da.
It's like the middle of May. What are you talking about?
Well, I was gonna watch a Christmas movie.
Christmas movie.
Yeah.
Is it good?
Do you like murder cults?
Yeah!
Alright, come on, let's go.
You ready to talk some movies, Brennan?
Yeah, okay.
Well, let's go! Corrupted youth! Corrupted youth! Corrupted youth! Corrupted youth!
Hi, welcome to the Corrupted Youth Podcast. I'm still Dan.
And I'm still Brennan.
We're a father and son duo that explores the latest blockbusters, classic genre films, and the schlockiest of Golden Age VHS rental store flicks in what, Brennan?
In spoiler-heavy fashion.
Ooh, that's right. Happy birthday, Brendan.
Aw.
It's your birthday episode.
It is my birthday episode. Yippee.
Yay.
More like corrupted ex-youth.
Yeah, because you're 21 now.
I'm 22.
Oh, monkey butts.
Yeah. Nah, keep that in. We're keeping that in.
I know how old you are.
Yeah, my 21st was definitely one to try to remember.
We drank all the PBR in Madison.
All of it.
Such a lean beer.
Yeah, I don't know what Kermit's talking about. When I open up my fridge and I see nothing but PBR, I'm happy.
Any new news from you that you need to talk about?
Watch Andor.
Oh yeah, watch Andor.
That's about it.
Hey, I'm starting a new thing.
Yeah.
It's probably going to premiere, let's see, mid-June-ish? In June 2025. Called Cinema Sketches. It's where I will draw a picture inspired by a movie that I watch, and I'll talk about the movie. It's going to be on YouTube.
It's great. I've already seen a sneak peek, a little preview of it. It's really entertaining stuff.
Yeah, I just want a couple extra episodes in the can. That way I've got a buffer in case I get explosive diarrhea for a week or two. Which, not gonna lie, it could happen.
Could happen, yeah.
Oh, yeah. So what'd you pick for your birthday month?
I picked Cobra because when I don't know what to pick, I just look for Stallone movies.
Yeah, that's right. 1986's Cobra.
Action. I wanted an action movie. Well, that was part of the reason I chose this too. I mean, we did just recently do Action Jackson, and I think I still had that itch.
Well, we also have Summer Slasher Camp coming up.
That's right, too.
We're doing it a little different this year because we dissolved the Dongle Den.
Yeah.
So what we're doing is Brennan and I are each picking an episode, and we're going to have a special guest.
Ooh.
Where they're going to pick an episode, and we're going to do it on that. So stay tuned, Summer Slasher Camp. That's going to be our next 3 episodes.
I'm excited.
Yeah. 5th year.
Uh-huh. That's impressive.
Yeah.
It's a lot of slasher movies.
It is.
Well, we'll have to determine whether or not they're slasher movies with our slasher movie checklist.
That's right. We have a list of 5 tropes, and then we just compare. Like, did it meet our tropes? Did it check off enough boxes?
Yeah.
And surprisingly enough, not all of them have been. So, been pretty close, though.
Is this movie a slasher?
It definitely has some
slasher elements.
It does.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't want to start thinking about that right now. But yeah, I suppose let's go over the Letterboxd info. And since I actually have it in front of me, I'll go over it. Cobra 1986, directed by George P. Cosmatos, whose son, Panos Cosmatos.
He directed Mandy.
Yeah.
And Mandy is a phenomenal film.
It is. And having watched this movie, you can definitely see the influence his father had on him.
That's cool.
Because there's definitely like some visual things in this movie.
Yeah.
Good looking movie though.
Definitely. I was thinking that too.
I mean, as far as like action movies of the 80s go, this one looks good.
Yeah, sometimes they can be really flat, but I really liked all the camera work that they did.
Yeah, interesting stuff. Stuff that you normally wouldn't see.
Right.
And it plays almost like a horror movie in some ways.
Mm-hmm. It's interesting, but it has that suspense.
Yeah. So the tagline is crime is a disease. Meet the cure. And the synopsis on here says, a tough on crime street cop must protect the only surviving witness, to a strange murderous cult with far-reaching plans. And when we had gotten this off of, we rented it online, and it said that they were, a neo-fascist cult?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was expecting more of that.
No, not really. They're just like a murder cult.
Yeah. The weak must die. The strong will live.
Yeah, we're gonna get into some of that later. I have a lot of opinions.
Okay, yeah.
Let's see here. This is actually based off a book too. 1974's A Running Duck, which was later changed to Fair Game. And this movie really has nothing to do with the book. Do you want to hear the synopsis of the book?
Yeah.
So yeah, I got this off of Goodreads. The author is Paula Gosling. Claire Rendell, copywriter for a major San Francisco advertising agency, is running for a cab one evening when she is suddenly, inexplicably shot by a sniper. When the police investigate, Lieutenant Mike Malchek discerns the mark of Edison, a deadly assassin he's been tracking for years. Then Claire's fiancé is killed in a second attempt on her life, and the cold, silent Malchek is assigned to protect her. This is the intriguing story of antagonists who fall in love under nerve-shattering circumstances, and just as Claire and Malchek begin to realize their passion for one another, Edison is after them again full force.
So not like the book really at all.
Literally nothing like the book.
Except for damsel in distress, cop must protect damsel, and they fall in love.
Pretty much.
Spoilers.
It's not much of a spoiler for an 80s action movie.
No.
Well, Sylvester Stallone wrote the screenplay for this. And people in the cast are, Sylvester Stallone.
Obviously.
Bridget Nielsen, who he ended up marrying.
Cute.
Rennie Santoni, he plays Gonzalez.
Yeah.
We like Gonzalez.
Love Gonzalez. Gonzalez is great.
We got Andrew Robinson as Detective Monty. He played the dad in Hellraiser.
Oh, random.
Where like Frank takes his skin or whatever.
Yeah.
He's also on Deep Space Nine.
I thought that he was. I swear he was a Star Trek actor.
Yes, because he played Garrick.
Oh!
The Cardassian.
Oh! It all makes sense now. I was like, I recognized his voice. Oh, that's awesome.
Then we have Art LaFleur. He played Captain Sears.
Mm.
What was he in? He was in a bunch of stuff. I mean, this movie's just chock full of character actors. Where you're like, oh, it's that guy.
Mm-hmm.
He was on MASH. Which you never watched MASH.
I did watch a little MASH.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh.
On MeTV. Oh, yeah.
Oh, I like MASH.
I like MASH too. It was funny, and then it would get deadly serious. Just wicked serious out of nowhere. Good show, though.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And, he was in the Blob remake.
To Blob? Dennis to Blob?
Dennis to Blob. Voted most likely to consume in his yearbook. We've never covered that movie, but we've been hanging on to that joke forever.
Yeah.
Let's see who else is in this. We gotta get going here. Who else is noticeable? Oh, Brian Thompson, who's like the main bad in this. I mean, the guy's just got a chiseled face.
Oh, absolutely.
And apparently, like I was reading, it was on like Wikipedia when I was reading up on this movie, that Stallone thought he would be too nice until they did a screen test, and I was like, what are you even thinking?
Yeah.
Like he's born to play evil characters.
His voice, oh my god, he doesn't talk for most of this movie, and then you hear his voice and you're like, dang, evil.
Yeah, I'm sure he is a nice guy.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
But yeah, like he has one of those faces.
Yeah.
And you know what? You've seen him in a bunch of stuff. He even played who is it? Shao Kahn in Mortal Kombat Annihilation.
Really?
Yeah. Because nothing says Shao Kahn like Brian Thompson. I don't know. Lots of other people in this.
Actors.
Mm-hmm. That's all for me.
Do we have a trailer?
Oh yeah, we have a trailer.
Boot up the trailer machine.
Society is breeding a new kind of criminal. It's also breeding a new kind of cop. Meet Cobra. He does the job nobody wants.
Did you unnecessary deadly force.
I used everything I had.
You know you have an attitude problem.
Yeah, but it's just a little one. You think you would recognize me if you saw him again?
The tall one?
Yeah, the one that wants to kill you.
Do what you have to do to get a lead on this maniac.
And if I find him,
Do what you do best.
Stallone is Cobra, the strong arm of the law.
Oh, the trailer machine sounded hungry. You have to feed it more souls.
Yeah, that's a heck of a trailer that we definitely just listened to.
Mhm.
Before I let you get going on this movie, let's just play the clip
Yeah.
of the Stallone stats that he gives.
There's a burglary every 11 seconds. An armed robbery every 65 seconds. A violent crime every 25 seconds. A murder every 24 minutes. And 250 rapes a day.
I feel like Fox News would play this.
Yeah.
This is such a right-wing scare movie. Oh my god. You know what they're doing outside? Oh no.
In Chicago, people get shot.
It's just non-stop shooting every day. Oh no.
It's not even the most violent city in the United States.
But I mean, that's kind of the 80s though. I mean, this is like Reagan's America.
Oh, yeah.
And this is kind of like a Dirty Harry-esque, like just only this one terrible cop who doesn't pay attention to the actual laws. It's the only way things are gonna get done.
Yeah. He's got to break the rules.
That's so this movie. Oh wait, yeah. Actually, the guy who was Garrick, he was the bad guy in Dirty Harry.
It's all connected.
It is all connected. But yeah. Oh man, this movie. Anyways. So how does this movie go, Bren?
Well, we open up with a peaceful grocery store. And everyone's all shopping, minding their business. Crazy guy comes in with a shotgun and just starts unloading on not the people, but just mostly like the products. He's just like blowing up displays and stuff.
I think they're a metaphor for the people. But I
Right.
also know that this movie, they cut out a lot.
Hmm.
So I think there probably were some people getting blasted.
Yeah. So then they call the cops in, and dude's just still going around blasting random stuff. He even tells this one guy, like, yeah, you can leave, and then just shoots him anyway, of course. And then the cops are outside, and they're like, well, we don't know what to do. We gotta call him. And they seem pretty disgruntled about it, too.
Call the Cobra.
Call the Cobra. And wouldn't you know it, the Cobra is Sylvester Stallone. And boy, does he look cool in this movie.
He does.
He looks so cool in this movie. He's got the cool glasses. He's got that tight necklace, like the half button shirt or whatever.
Yeah.
And a big old trench coat. And he always has that match
Mhm.
in his mouth too.
Gloves.
Gloves. Mm-hmm. Always need some good gloves.
This is a slim Stallone too.
Yeah, this ain't your beefy.
And I gotta admit, like, I like a slim Stallone. I think he
looks great.
He looks fit as hell.
Mm-hmm.
And he actually seems more dangerous, if you ask me. Not all like massively huge.
Yeah.
Because he seems like an actual guy that would be out there.
Right. Yeah. You see some beefcake and you're like, touch your toes. You just gotta like put a kick me sticker or whatever on Buff Stallone's back, and he probably couldn't even reach it. But yeah, so Cobra shows up, and he goes into the grocery store with this cool pistol that has a Cobra on it on the handle, which looked really cool. And he starts tactically moving through the grocery store, and I really like the way that they shot this whole part, like all the lighting and everything.
Yeah, George is really doing a lot with the red light in this movie.
Yeah, it's really cool. Or like when Stallone like looks at the security cam to see where the bad guy is and everything.
Yeah, he's throwing in some Dutch angles too.
Yeah,
but not like
annoying.
Yeah, not annoying. Like they're serving their actual purpose.
Right.
And they come in and they're not like too. The angle isn't too extreme.
Mm-hmm. It's just enough, just off tilted, gets you on edge.
Yeah,
it's great. Stallone pulls up to the perp through the cooler or like the freezer, so it's like all misty, or I guess what would it be? Smoky? It's not smoke.
No,
it's water. I don't know. Misty? No. Cloudy? I guess it is clouds. There's a word for it, right?
Well, of course there's a word for it.
Do you know it?
It's like foggy.
Foggy.
It's like
yeah.
It's like when you open the freezer.
It's exactly that.
On a humid day.
Yeah.
And you see all that just condensation happening.
Yeah.
Right before your eyes.
But yeah, Stallone comes out all cool, but the perp has like this family held at shotgun point, and Stallone like tries to talk to him. He's like, "Look, man, I love a good conversation or whatever," but he's not having any of it. He's like, I'll blast her head off or whatever.
Yeah, and that guy's also going on about the way of the new world.
Right, yeah.
So he has like this weird, crazy agenda.
Uh-huh. And Stallone pulls a little sneaky one, and he grabs a knife and secretly holds it in his hand. And when he makes the move on the guy, because the bad guy pulls out a bomb too. He pulls out a bomb. He's like, I'll blow this whole place up.
Yeah, the Stallone says, go ahead, I don't shop here.
Yeah, that's awesome. That was such an awesome line. But Stallone hits him with the knife, does yell out, drop it, before he just unloads the clip on him.
I mean, I guess.
So kudos to that, I suppose. Yeah. Then he's kind of polite, like helps the girl up and everything, and he gets outside, and the media is like rushing in, and this is where he gets to talking to Gomez, and Gomez is like his buddy. Gomez is totally cool with the Cobra's methods. The other cop, what's his name?
There's Detective Monty and Captain Sears. We'll just call them the two cops.
The two cops, yeah.
Because he just kind of only
they're always together. Yeah. And the two cops are not very happy either. And there's this one reporter talking to Cobra, and he's like, was all that force really necessary? Like, people still deserve rights, and we have judges and stuff. Like, did you use excessive force? Which is, hearing that these days is a lot different.
Yeah, I gotta admit, like watching it now, that's what I mean when I was talking about how it's like a weird.
Right.
It's weird.
It is.
It's very right wing.
Yeah.
In the sense of like, we can justify this violence and not have to go through any legal means of like, yeah, it's completely justified. This like, he's almost a vigilante who
he really
works
is.
for the cops.
Yeah, exactly.
And these terrible cops, it is weird to go back with the perspective, a modern perspective on this. But I mean, we celebrated this back then. And
Oh, yeah.
And I'm not saying like you can't enjoy this movie because
Right.
it still is very enjoyable. But
Yes.
I feel that the reality of people who actually took some of this to heart and actually, there are just not good cops who don't obey the law
Mm-hmm.
that they're supposed to uphold,
Right.
and they're bad actors for the state is what I'm trying to say.
Exactly.
And they're violating people's actual constitutional rights. Normal people who aren't supervillains like in this movie.
Yeah.
There's just everyday citizens, and things have gone way too far.
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting because it's all framed like the cops that are following the rules, like, oh, they don't get anything done. They have to go through all this red tape. And like, yeah, but it does just reflect way differently now. Now I'm like, well, I kind of wish all the cops would just follow all the rules. So it is weird rooting for one actively breaking them. But like you said too, you don't really feel that bad in this movie at all because these people that are getting murdered, all the bad guys, they're horrible people. So
Yes.
no remorse.
They are painted to be very extreme.
Very extreme. Yeah.
But also like your weird uncle and grandpa's totally their worst fears. This is
Yes.
what everybody is scared about that doesn't actually exist.
Oh, well, it would be scarier for them if they were immigrants doing all this.
Well, that's hey. If this movie was probably remade nowadays, it probably
would be. Yeah.
they would probably make all these folks just people of color
Yeah.
and not from this country on top of it.
Right. Ugh. Well, we see Stallone go home to his little Stallone alone home. And that's what it is. It's just a little apartment. It's a cute little apartment.
He doesn't even have a pet, so you are correct. It is
Yeah.
a Stallone alone home.
This part's funny too because he grabs a pizza box.
Wait, you got to talk about the parking incident.
Oh, the parking incident. Yeah.
Because we did bring up that he has a cool car, right?
Oh, super. He has such a cool car.
The license plate says Awesome 50.
Yeah.
I'm not a car guy. It's a very custom car.
Yeah.
If you've seen the movie, it is a cool ass car.
Yeah, it's like a 50s. It's very old school, rounded edges kind of thing.
Yeah, very California looking too.
Definitely.
Kind of like that lowrider.
Yeah. Yeah, this is all in LA too. So but he goes to park his apartment and the person in front of him, it's just like these people hanging out in their car and they're not pulled ahead far enough. So Stallone is just like, hey, can you pull up a little bit or whatever? And the people are like, whatever, man. So he just pushes them with the bumper of his car and just pushes the car and, parks or whatever. And the dude gets out all angry and, oh, what does he say? Oh, yeah, because the dude comes up and he's like smoking a cigarette. And he goes, that's bad for your health, right? And he goes, what? And he crumples up the cigarette right out of his mouth and he goes, me. So cool. And then he grabs his wife beater shirt, tank top. Why do we all call it wife beaters? But anyway.
It's a 90s thing, but yeah, it's a tank top. What's this called? Tank tops from now on, okay, gang?
And he rips it just clean down and walks away. And you notice this.
Yes.
Crazy. You can totally see this dude's mic taped to his chest.
Right. And my initial thought was like, why is that guy wearing a wire?
Right. Is this like part of the movie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't know if maybe there was something to it that it got cut. I don't know. But yeah, you can totally see the mic just taped to this guy's chest.
And it's not like 1 or 2 seconds of it. It's like, you see it.
Yeah. And so I wonder if, so maybe there's more to it that got cut, or maybe Stallone improvised that
Mm-hmm.
and they just left it in because it works. It's
It
cool.
does. It's super cool.
It's super cool, but it's shown twice even.
Yeah. Yeah. Weird detail. Yeah, I guess they just saw and they're like, well, nowadays, if I guess that happened, they would just special effects it out, spend about $1 million. But
Okay, so anyways, back to the Stallone Alone Home.
the Stallone Alone Home, he gets home, he turns on the TV, and it's like some like kids cartoon or something. He grabs a pizza box and an egg carton, and he takes a slice of pizza out of the box, and then just clips off. What does he use? Like his knife or something?
It's like a big pair of shears.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was. Yeah, it's weird. Big clippers or something. And he just clips off like the front third of the piece of pizza and starts eating it. What?
Yeah, you gotta watch some carbs.
You shouldn't eat all that. It's bad for your health.
He does have like a weird thing of about food in this movie.
Eat food and like everything. He's just very like,
Because he gives Gonzalez a lot of crap about eating sweets all the time.
yeah, you should try some rice, some fish. It's good for you. And like in the egg carton that he's opening up, it wasn't like eggs, it was a kit to clean his gun. Which I don't know, maybe there's a reason why you'd want to keep that in the fridge or hidden or something, but
I don't know. I feel this is just Stallone adding bits to make his character.
Yeah,
And it doesn't really like, I don't know. It's just kind of weird.
it's just there. Yeah. Huh. Yeah, I don't know, it's weird. But of course we get the perfect news broadcast exposition. Apparently there is a murderer on the loose in LA. What is he called? The Night Stalker?
The Night Slasher.
Night Slasher.
So I
yeah.
guess it is a slasher.
I guess it is, yeah. And yeah, this Night Slasher just like targets random people, whole range of people.
Yeah, I mean, definitely like playing into the whole like, yeah, I mean, LA has been plagued with some serial killers.
Yeah.
You know, they had the Night Stalker out there. You know, your Golden State Killer out in California. So, yeah, there's definitely a lot of fear that would be going around.
We have
for
a
the serial
decent amount in
killer.
Wisconsin too.
Huh. Yeah.
Huh. Maybe we need a Cobra. No, we definitely
The
don't.
Wisconsin Cobra.
The Wisconsin Cobra.
The Cobra.
The garden snake.
It's Wisconsin Cobra. Hey, better, hey, why don't you eat some more cheese?
Hey, knock it off.
Just knock it off. Yeah, then there's just a scene of a lady getting night slashed.
Mm-hmm.
But one thing we do learn from this is that it's not a single person.
Yeah, it's a little crew.
Yeah. A whole lot of like pantyhose over the head
Mm-hmm.
scariness.
Yeah.
Which, no, you know what? I gotta admit, like pantyhose over the head, kind of messed up, man.
Yeah.
Like it always unsettling.
Super freaky.
Even if it's just somebody like holding up a store, doing it. Even if it's Nicolas Cage in Raising Arizona, just trying to get some diapers.
Oh, yeah.
It's still just unsettling.
Also, this guy has like the eye holes cut out too. That looked extra scary.
We also learned that Cobra is part of the Zombie Squad,
Oh, yeah.
which is just, I don't know. They just kind of describe it later as like they're the last resort for the police.
They're like the bottom level. They're
So like, oh man, we got to get like these rogue guys who could just like, I don't know. They're still cops though. So how are they working outside of the law?
it doesn't really add up.
It doesn't matter. But I mean, they bring it up a couple times. That's why it's notable in this.
Mm-hmm.
Is that there's a zombie squad, which could be like, man, could you imagine a movie of like the zombie squad where you just have like all these
A
like
whole crew.
a whole team?
Yeah, that'd be rad. Just clearing out like a warehouse of bad guys.
I suppose in a way, like we kind of get that. You ever watch, you haven't watched Reacher, have you?
Mm-mm. No, I got to though.
That's kind of like but they're just not associated with the law at all. They're just like a kind of like the A-team in a way,
Yeah, I was gonna bring up the A-team. Yeah.
where they're just like doing their own thing, doling out all sorts of violent justice, and you just cheered on and you're like, yeah,
Yeah, get them.
yeah. So while I'm talking here, I guess I could just bring up montage.
Oh yeah.
There's a couple montages in this movie, but it's like police work of Cobra and Gonzalez going out, talking to people in different areas,
Not
all
getting-
walks of life.
Not getting any leads.
Nope. Let's see what else is in this montage. They get the killers clanging their weapons, their axes and whatnot, and sharpening knives.
Mm-hmm.
Dude's got a weird knife.
Pretty cool knife.
Yeah. Which I wonder if that was an influence for Cosmos with Mandy and the Beast.
Oh,
How Nicolas Cage makes the Beast.
Yeah.
That axe.
yeah. That thing is so rad.
It's so extreme looking. Even this guy's knife.
Mm-hmm.
It's like just what you would think. You're like some guy who thinks everything, whoa, that's twisted, man. Whoa.
spikes to it.
Yeah. It's going to be extreme. And then, we also get a lady modeling
Yeah.
in different outfits, but also robots.
Robots.
Shiny robots. I like it.
Robot props.
I'm more into the robots. I'm like, can you get this scantily clad woman out of
Yeah,
here?
yeah.
I want to check out these robots.
Yeah. Blocking the view. And then we get that the model lady, and she's walking back to her car, the parking ramp, and sleazy manager dude.
Oh, the cameraman?
Yeah.
Oh, I got to bring up something about this cameraman.
Yeah.
This actor, oh shoot, what is his name? David Rosh. His name's Dan in this movie too, and I was so upset about it. Because it's like, oh god, he's a
Yeah.
creep and he's got to be named Dan. Because he's talking about like, basically telling her like, if you just sleep with me, I will help your career.
Yeah.
And he's not being shy about it
No.
at all. But anyways, he's a notable character he plays on a TV show that only lasted a couple seasons that I loved called Sledgehammer. And that's the name of his character is Sledgehammer. And he plays one of these cops. Like the style of just like beyond the law
Oh,
cops. Like he's
okay.
crazy.
Yeah.
And he like talks to his gun. It's a comedy.
Okay.
But it's like a comedy riff on this type of character.
Yeah.
Of just like insane beyond the law cop. So I thought that was noteworthy. And Sledgehammer came out in 86, the same year as Cobra.
That's crazy. Weird. But yeah. So they're walking through the parking ramp, and then I guess we missed a part because this lady is the witness.
Oh yeah. So well, I guess it's too late now.
Too late now.
Yeah, she kind of saw them doing some night slashing to a random person.
Uh-huh. And she got a good look at one of them too.
Yeah. The titular night slasher, I guess. I mean, that's what his character's name is.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's Mr. Chiselface.
Mm-hmm. So now they're after her. And this is where we also get to see that one of the people in the crew, this evil lady, she actually works at the police station. She is a cop.
Yes, because she ran the plates on the model lady,
Yeah.
who's played by Brigitte Nielsen, who I think I have in my notes here. I mean, this is later on in the movie, but
Mhm.
52 minutes in, She doesn't have a first name. They do. Her name's Ingrid, and I had to look that up.
I suppose it shows up on the police records, but way too fast to read.
Right. What the heck? I don't even think nobody even says her name.
No.
They bring up her last name, which was Knutson. But what the heck? You don't even... Come on. Movies do better.
Yeah.
Especially if go back in time, make your movies do better in the 80s, I guess. Give these women names.
Yeah, and I don't care if it's super obvious. If they just walk up to the character and they're like, "Oh, Johnny." That's fine. I don't care if it's obvious that you're just dropping their name.
Bring it up at least a couple times.
Yeah.
Let the viewer know.
Yeah. So anyway, back to the parking ramp. Dan totally gets an axe.
Finally, some real justice.
Some real justice. I was pretty happy about that. So now Ingrid is running around the parking ramp trying to evade the night slasher. And she runs over to the elevator at the same time this security guard is going down the elevator because she forgot her bag and he was going to be nice and bring it to her. And the door opens and she's just freaking out, just "Oh my God, blah, blah, blah." And
don't worry about me. Just grab it up here.
There it is. But the bad guys are in their van and they're "Kill her" or whatever. And they ram the van right at her, right at the elevator. And she's able to duck out of the way. And the security guard pulls out his gun, tries shooting at him, but he's not Cobra. This movie isn't named Security Guard. He's not the main character.
No security guard is safe in this movie.
No, they're actually not. He gets absolutely slammed by the van. It's brutal. But thankfully Ingrid is able to hide.
Yeah, and they hear the sirens and decide to take off. And where are they going to go? Definitely not look for a blue van with a security guard stuck in the grill.
And bits of elevator. Yeah, their whole van should just be puffing out smoke, making all sorts of crazy noises after that.
Well, for sure. But movie.
So thankfully Ingrid is rescued and she's in the hospital, and Cobra and Gonzalez. I'm thinking about
Gomez Adams.
No, was it
Selena Gomez?
Was it Gomez?
We got an actual Cobra and a Selena Gomez. They're in a hospital.
I thought Gomez was the cop guy on Breaking Bad.
Maybe. I don't remember.
Anyway, monkey butts.
Nope.
It's in.
No, I got to keep that sweet joke in there for me.
Cobra and Gonzalez. I got it that time. Cobra and Gonzalez are interviewing Ingrid, and they get some information from her, just that she was the witness to one of the night slashers' crimes, and that it isn't just one person; it's actually a group of people, and also a sketch of the night slasher guy. And this sketch is just so amazing.
It's spot on, though.
It really is.
It really is. But yeah, it's so hilarious.
It's super simple. Yeah.
I love it. It might be my favorite scene in the entire movie.
Yeah, it's really good.
Parking is no longer an issue for Cobra when he goes to his Stallone alone home.
That's right. Yeah, that person is parked correctly, and he even says out the window, he's like, "You're a good citizen," or something like that.
Yeah, the guy just moved.
Yeah.
That was a fun callback.
It is, yeah. And Cobra's looking because he has like access to police records from his home.
The police computer database
Yeah.
in 1986 with pictures, full res pictures that are in color
Yeah.
in 1986.
And it was funny too because
I'm a computer genius. God, I can't do a Stallone today.
just gotta connect the wires. It's just a lot of wires, and you hook them up right.
All the information that goes through tubes.
It's like electricity or something. But when they're like showing him looking through the records, they just show for a second like him looking at photos of fingerprints, and then he looks back at the drawing of the guy. He's like, these don't look alike. But there were actual pictures of like the convicts and stuff, but from the way that they shot it, it looked like he was just looking at fingerprints. He just knows them that well.
Fingerprint sketch.
It's
It's not a match.
He also told Gonzalez, I almost said Gomez again. He told
His first name could be Gomez for all we know.
Gomez Gonzalez, that'd be amazing. But he told Gonzalez to stay in the hospital. But when he calls Stallone at his Stallone Alone home, he's like, wait, but I told you to stay at the hospital. Because of course, there actually is a night slasher on his way to kill Ingrid in the room.
Oh yeah, and let's not forget the whole part where, because she had seen his face, because crooked cop lady informs him that they know what he looks like,
Mm-hmm.
he decides to disguise himself by creepily putting hair dye in and just slicking his hair back.
Yeah.
He's disguised now, because
No.
now he can sneak into the hospital.
No.
And he has to like noisily kill a janitor
Yeah.
to get an outfit and glasses.
Yeah, I love the glasses. That was a
Like,
good touch.
he could have just got that anywhere.
Yeah,
Like, okay, the uniform perhaps,
sure.
but come on. You could have just, you didn't have to kill a man for his glasses.
Yeah.
But I suppose though, he's really getting off in all this killing now.
Yeah, he does not mind.
Yeah. They don't show him aroused
Mm-hmm.
physically, but
I would not be surprised.
I would, yes. It's that kind of vibe you're getting from him.
Yeah. And he's making his way through the hospital, killing people, anybody that gets in his way.
Some old lady.
Some old lady, innocent nurse, anybody.
Yeah, just curious nurse. Oh.
And meanwhile, Cobra is driving as fast as he can.
Well, he got attacked at home.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Yeah. A bunch of people pull up on him. And I mean, he takes care of them, obviously. Next to the big Pepsi sign right outside of his house.
Cobra, brought to you by Pepsi.
And there was that big Pepsi ad that was shown in the grocery store, too, that gets blown up. That was nice. But yeah, so Cobra's finally on his way to the hospital. And right as the slasher gets into the room, he pulls the curtain back from around her bed and stabs an empty bed because Ingrid had to take a dump in the middle of the night and it saved her life.
And she was saved by a poop.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't even like she was hiding. She
No.
was just like, she was just in the bathroom
Yeah.
taking a crap.
Yeah.
Pushing on a hard one. Maybe it was a soft serve poopy. Who knows?
Yeah, I gotta get Dr. Poop in there. Get some analysis going.
Dr. Poop. Analyze.
Thankfully, I have my poop analyzer with me. Beep, boop, 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 beep, boop, beep. Ding!
Dr. Poop, crunch the numbers. What are we looking at here?
Healthy poop. I can tell she is under a lot of stress lately, though. Seems to be affecting her poopies.
Is that a technical term, Dr. Poop?
Yes. Yes, late night poopies especially are a classic sign of a stressful environment. Anyway, so she recognizes the slasher immediately because obviously, and she barricades herself in the bathroom, locks the door, and she can't get through because the bathroom leads to like the other room or something like that, and she can't get through. It's like barricaded with something.
Yeah, there's this like it must be like a shared bathroom in between hospital rooms, but then for some reason there's like a bunch of janitorial stuff in front of it.
Yeah,
because he shouldn't have killed that janitor.
I guess not. Yeah. So she's like all barricaded in, and he starts slashing down the door, starts kicking it in, and
very much in a reverse The Shining shot.
Yeah, I thought so too.
Definitely an homage, I think, when that knife first comes through.
Even when he was outside of the curtain around her bed, that felt very slasher. Psycho, I mean. Felt very psycho. But anyway, Ingrid is able to escape, thankfully, out the other door. And pretty smart of her, she runs over to a fire alarm and sets it off.
That was a very smart move.
Very smart move. So the stalker comes out and can't find her and just dips. And right as Cobra gets there.
They decide to put her in like a witness protection scenario.
Smart.
Because they have to keep her alive. She can identify this dude.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, obviously, yes, they don't want innocent lady to be murdered. But then they put the bad cop on the protection team.
Whoops.
Oh, no. And here's the thing, too, is like when we say bad cop, like when they show her hanging out with in the Night Stalker gang or whatever they're called, they don't really get a name.
Yeah.
But she's just totally into it.
Definitely.
So not good.
Super evil. Yeah, and they're trying to move Ingrid. And so they all get in like their cars. Ingrid is with Stallone in his super awesome rad car. And Gomez is like following behind them, but of course
okay, from now on, if Brennan says Gomez, he means Gonzalez.
Anyway,
they're all just the same to you, aren't they, Brennan?
Dang it!
Just
we were gonna say something like that too.
I'm sorry.
It's all right. But Gonzalez, huh? They're all driving, and Gonzalez's car gets smoked by one of the bad guys in a car. And this kicks off a high-speed chase around LA. There's like two bad guy cars chasing Cobra. And this is such an awesome car chase.
It's a fun car chase, yeah.
It's a really awesome car chase.
Unfortunately, the first victim of this car chase is the hot dog
It's
cart.
the hot dog stand. It's either a fruit stand, a newspaper stand, or a hot dog stand.
All those glizzies. Lauren went out for him right now.
Surprised Cobra was like, good, those are bad for your health, or something like that. As he drove past. Try a salad.
You know those. You know those. I can't do it.
You gotta find it. You gotta find it.
Maybe I gotta bust out a. Because you're greedy and lazy. There we go. That's kind of cool.
What a sea squatch.
Sea squatch.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's a sea squatch. Still not good. But anyways, like, you gotta stay away from tubed meat. It's full of nitrates and
There's so many preservatives.
Yeah, the preservatives. They're just gonna go to your heart. Wow, I am not on point today, Dongles, and you're just gonna have to deal with it.
This car chase is pretty cool though. There's a cool part where they're shooting at Cobra's car behind him, and he whips the car 180 and puts it in reverse, and then pulls out his little machine gun and shoots the car, and it explodes instantly, of course.
Yeah, there's a lot of random explosions in this one.
Yeah. Or like they drive past like 2 gas tankers or whatever, and the bad guys shoot it like once, and the whole thing just like
yeah,
explodes.
just a shotgun.
Yeah.
Shotgun taking out 2 tankers.
Yeah. But it looked cool.
It did.
It looks so cool.
Did.
There's like that cool part where they're going off all those like little humps, and they're catching a little air. That looks super cool. One of them, I think, gets like enough air and like hits a sign. Even really cool. And this whole time, you see the cars get like more and more beat up. That's what I also really liked about it. Like by the end of this, Cobra's car is just wrecked.
Well, he ends up like hitting something and like flying through the air and going through part of a boat.
He like hits the boat
in an
and, like,
alleyway or something.
They get out of the alleyway and then they go to like the harbor, and then he hits the boat.
And then
like,
that's
flips.
it. His car is just trashed.
Yeah.
And like he has to get Ingrid out.
Yeah.
I mean, thank goodness they had the 5-point harnesses in there.
That was sick.
I think that should be in every car.
Yeah.
Of course, I'd probably drive more recklessly with that one of those.
Yeah. Yeah. It would just be cool to buckle.
Yeah. Looks neat.
Yeah. Super neat.
Come in a spaceship.
Exactly. Yeah.
A race car.
Uh-huh. Yeah, maybe it's good. Those aren't in cars.
Yeah, probably. There's a lot more for your safety.
What happens right after this? Because they get out of the car.
Let me check my notes. Oh, yeah, this is the 52-minute mark. Where I complain that she doesn't have a name, but we gave her. I just have Army of Killers theory not going over well. Well, I mean, I think it's just like a scene of like them more. There's just a lot of like scenes of weirdly lit, clinky axes and stuff, and they keep showing that a lot, and it'll cut to like a weird graffiti.
Yeah.
And I think like the theory not going over well is the theory of, and it's not necessarily a theory, it's the fact that there's multiple killers.
Mm-hmm.
The cops in general are not buying that. There's a whole army of these people out to get them. Because the 2 cops just are like, I don't know, because they play by the rules, so they're wieners.
Yeah. Which, yeah, because it doesn't make any sense. I guess it made sense at first when they were first looking for the night slasher. Like, oh, it's only one person. But now that you have, like, your witness.
They just trashed probably like 2 miles of city.
That too.
If not more than that,
right.
In this car chase. There's multiple witnesses to any of these events.
Plus, how would they know that they were moving her those exact times and places? It's almost like there's a crooked cop. I feel like that should have been easy to figure out too.
Yeah, and they're trying to get that point across. Cobra has this idea of like, we're going to hide her out. I know a place. We're going to go upstate.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, they have one of the murder gang members in their squad.
Yeah.
Which doesn't help. So they're being tracked this whole time. She's dropping hints, always on the phone, calling her connections. Or how they're relaying all this information without a cellular phone. I mean, they never show somebody on one. I mean, they did exist then. Like you pick up the brick.
Carrier pigeon?
Carrier pigeon. I'm going to call my carrier pigeon quick. So they do. I mean, again, we have to acknowledge that they easily cut out a half hour of this movie. How much of it was just violence and how much of it was actual story? Apparently a lot of story got cut. And what was the reason behind it? Top Gun. because they were worried about competition with Top Gun. So they kind of last minute, and Stallone was part of the editing process of they cut a lot of stuff out. And of course, he left in a lot about Cobra.
Well, of course.
Who needs the story stuff, right?
Yeah.
Come on.
I guess this is where we kind of start to get the hints of Ingrid having a little crush on Cobra.
Yeah, I mean, this is it's such a dumb trope of these movies. And all I could think about is No Holds Barred. And just how, like, it just kind of is like, why is this happening? Why does it feel so forced?
Right.
I mean, Gonzalez said some stuff earlier about him checking her out. Like, because Gonzalez was, like, acknowledging, like, she's a beautiful woman.
Yeah.
Like, you got to be, like, checking her out, right?
Yeah.
Because, like... hey,
she is a supermodel.
Dudes be duding, yeah, but I mean, she is a model. I mean, Brigitte Nielsen
Gorgeous
was actually
woman.
she was a model.
Yeah.
That was her real life job before she kind of got into acting. She did it. She was in Red Sonja, the spinoff of Conan the Barbarian.
Oh.
You've never seen that, have
I
you?
have not.
Where Arnold Schwarzenegger plays not Conan in that, and it's very frustrating.
It's a weird choice.
Maybe we should do that sometime.
Yeah, I guess so.
The thing is, though, is that we find out she's a monster. Because when they go upstate, they stop at a diner.
Mm.
And she is squeezing ketchup directly on her fries. Ketchup directly on her fries. What are you doing? Oh, your fries are going to get soggy.
Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna get ketchup all over your fingers.
What did he say to her? He's like, do you need a life preserver? Is it you're drowning?
Yeah.
Something like that.
What is he? The little cholesterol glob guy from Saturday morning PSAs about, like, don't drown your food.
Yeah.
Did you ever see those?
No.
Oh my god.
That sounds funny though.
Oh, I'll show you after.
Yeah.
But yeah, there was, like, hey, for anybody people of my age, your Gen Xers will know the little, like, stuff they had on Saturday morning TV and the don't drown your food. There's, like, a song, don't drown your food in ketchup and mayo and goop. Yuck. How can you eat what you can't even see? So don't drown your food.
That is so lame. That is so lame.
As a kid, I was like, how dare you? How dare you?
This is America.
Tell me how to eat my food. Don't tell me how to use my condiments. For why? Why? Huh? What is... Probably the most healthy thing I'm eating.
Ketchup is just juice. It's just tomato.
I mean, there's other stuff in it. Preservatives.
It's mostly sugar in there.
I mean, if you're gonna eat that glizzy, don't drown it.
I do kind of like, he makes a joke about it and then she just starts adding more ketchup and it's just him giving a gross look.
I'm with her.
Ugh.
I'm with her on this one. You
See-
do you. I mean, don't put it on your fries, but just don't let anybody tell you how much ketchup you should use for your fries.
Depends on if they're sharing. If they were
But-
sharing those fries, then that was pretty weird.
But again, yeah, she is a monster because if you have a basket of fries and you just cover it with ketchup, you're just putting ketchup all over your hands.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're going to have, like, I don't know. I don't want to give any of you ASMR weirdos out there anything, but yeah, people sucking on their fingers,
Yeah.
sucking the ketchup off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure all you weirdos enjoy that. Good on you. But yeah, we don't need that. We don't need that in a mutual fry sharing scenario.
Mm-mm.
So if you do that, I beg of you, please stop.
I beg of you.
But he Fonzie did the jukebox.
Yeah, he just hits it. I do really like Cobra's character.
There's kind of nothing to him, though.
No, I think there's a lot to him. I think it's weird. He's very, like, I don't know, he's just like nice. He's just like kind of funny too. Like he just makes like dumb jokes. He's just all like nutritious, but then and then he's like the law and like has to go out and murdering people. But other than that, like, you know, that person parks correctly. He's like, you're a good citizen. But I feel like he actually means it. Like,
Because he gets his way. He got his way.
true, but also like because that person is, you know, being a good citizen, just being respectful. So I just think
He wasn't being respectful by pushing that guy's car with his car.
no,
He was just using his inability to be empathetic to just force himself to be respected.
true.
It's not like he went out and had a conversation with this man and changed his mind on his parking rituals.
That is very true. I don't know. Cobra just seems like a nice guy when you get down to it.
Sure.
Just
I mean,
like
I'll give him that.
He's
Like,
just like a polite. Like I would call him polite unless you push him. You know, unless you get in his way.
fair. I mean, I guess if you're just a normal person, he's not going to treat you.
Yeah, he's a well-mannered guy, and he's funny too. And he eats a little corner of pizza.
You know who I like? Pizza Rat.
But
You could have carried that pizza a lot easier if it had been a little tiny. If it could have been a little tiny triangle. I don't know why I'm mixing Stallone with Dr. Steve Brule right now. You could have had some pizza. Just a little Dorito of pizza.
I love brats.
Bringo.
I at least like that Cobra wasn't like creepy to Ingrid.
He wasn't. I'll give him that.
He's very respectful.
He was. And you know what? When they get it on, it's not full sexy time.
Yeah.
It is. But I think they might have just smooched a little and went to bed.
And cuddled. Yeah.
I just want to hold you a little bit.
Can I be a little spoon?
If I'm going to be completely honest, my butt's a little cold. Can you just spoon me?
Oh, he also runs into evil cop lady when she's out at the little phone booth. I forgot the name of it. Sorry, I was born in 2003.
Yes, it is called a phone booth.
and he's like super suspicious of her. Like, well, why are you making a call? Why don't you just use the one in your room? And he's like,
Yeah, because she's like, it was broke.
yeah. He's like, right. He doesn't do anything about it though, even though he's suspicious until it's too late.
Well, it is too late because she already called all the bad guys. It's like an army of just bad guys on motorcycles are on their way.
Yeah. And like the next morning, right as they're like all leaving, they see evil cop lady talking to a dude in a truck, and they realize like right away. They're like, "Oh, yep, she's crooked."
Yeah, I mean the jig is up on that one.
Yeah.
No, shootout time.
Yeah, shootout time. This little motel or whatever that they're staying at gets lit up.
Yeah, I feel bad for the small town.
Yeah.
Just a little foundry town. Just minding their own business. It's sleepy and quiet.
Yeah.
People are just going about their business, and all of a sudden, like, all that street violence from LA has now founded. It has found its way to rural America.
It's in our communities.
Your sleepy small town is going to be invaded by gangs of roving motorcycle maniacs who are hell-bent on murdering innocent white families.
Nah, it's okay, because Cobra's there.
Yay!
I love Cobra's machine gun that he has with the laser sight.
Oh man, that laser sight's so cool, especially 86. That's a chef's kiss right there.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, that thing is awesome. It's pretty crazy. A guy rides his motorcycle straight through the door of their room. That was pretty insane.
I mean, this whole sequence is just. Do you want to see motorcycle stuntmen pretend to get shot?
Yeah, and just slide off their bikes.
This is it. Just everywhere. This whole thing. There's so many of them.
Uh-huh.
It's just like they just keep coming.
Yeah.
Especially when they get in a truck
Mm-hmm.
and they're driving away. Oh, also, Gonzalez gets shot.
But he's okay.
He's okay. Everybody just rest assured.
Thank the heavens. We were
Because-
really worried about that.
I was too, because it's been a while since I seen it, and I was like, I
Yeah.
don't remember.
Yeah.
But yeah, so they're driving in the truck. She's driving the truck.
Mm-hmm.
He's in the back. He's shooting everybody. How did you describe this?
Oh,
Brennan?
definitely like a video game level. There's always that level of a video game where you're on the back of a truck or a moving vehicle and you have to shoot all the people riding up, or you're on like a turret or something and you're shooting all the people riding up behind you. Especially when they start jumping onto the truck, that's a total video game thing right there. Especially the endless waves of guys. Yeah. Definite
for
video
sure.
game. Definite video game. And there's
I feel like in a video game though, it's if you're at the end of the game, it's not the first time you've done it, so they can't make the guys harder to kill, so they just add more.
yeah, there's just more. Yeah. Gets a
Like-
little monotonous.
Yeah.
There's a mission in Resident Evil 5 that is totally exactly like this. Doo-doo game, by the way. Total doo-doo poopy game. You're in the back of a truck, and there's a bunch of crazy guys on motorcycles, and they're chasing you, and you have to blow them all up. Poopy game, though. Poopy game. Oh yeah, and then when they're in this like whole car chase sequence, there's like a couple of burnt out cars in the middle of the road because I guess apparently the bad guys set that up.
They did, because they did have a montage with them going into town and
right.
terrorizing everybody and like busting into the police station and stuff.
Yeah.
So it was set up that bad
Chaos.
things would happen.
Yeah. And Ingrid's like, what do I do? And Cobra's like, go through it, hit it, or whatever. And they do, but then their truck totally breaks down. And now they're running through like, was this like an orange field? Field of oranges?
It was an orange field, yeah.
Yeah. Which is a pretty cool setting. I like the settings changing and everything. And yeah, they're blasting guys, more guys on motorcycles. He starts pulling out the grenades. So if you want to see some flaming motorcycle dudes fly through the air. It's a whole lot more shooting. A lot more of that. And then they run to the factory.
Yeah, the foundry, because it's the foundry town. So it's like, it's basically the end of Terminator 2.
Yeah.
They end up, I was thinking how funny it would be if like they were kind of happening at the same time.
Yeah. What's going on over there?
I don't know about you, but I'm fighting a murder cult.
Yeah, you have a chiseled jaw like me. Oh no, you are a villain. Going to throw you in the lava.
Are you made out of metal? Are you gooey metal? Answer me now! Okay, we have to address your earlier mention of Sea Squatch.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, because we've just now bridged that gap.
Yeah, yeah.
We've made the Sea Squatch scenario
Uh-huh.
where there is this idea of Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sylvester Stallone. They're playing like park rangers who are also like cryptozoologists who must protect the Sea Squatch. It's believed that the Sea Squatch, which is just like a
aquatic Sasquatch.
Yes, aquatic Sasquatch is bad, but it turns out to be good, and they gotta protect him.
From a bunch of like poachers, I'm guessing.
Who knows?
Who knows?
Never made it that far, but man, that was a lot of weird conversations. That one's for you, Schmed. His picture still is my sketch of Sea Squatch. Also, I would love that. I would love to see that movie, especially now that they're older.
Oh, that would be so good.
It'd be even better.
Yeah.
They'd be like, because then they could be kind of like kind old men who are just badasses.
Maybe they're ex-military. They used to be Green Berets or something.
Just love nature.
Yeah, but they just love nature. Too much violence. Want to be out in the forest.
So quiet out here. I like it. The birds.
See the little bunny rabbits
They are
running through the
chirping.
forest. Smoking my Stogie's cigar.
I put them out properly. I do not want to start a forest fire.
Is that a Sasquatch over there? Oh. Oh my god, it's got gills.
That's right. That was the thing. That was it.
That was the line.
Oh my god, he's got gills. Because it's not any ordinary Sasquatch.
No.
I'm gonna grill me a salad over this open fire. I'm loving this Stallone Dr. Steve Brule mashup. I can't help but do. It's
What a crazy hybrid.
I feel we have like ventured into some type of insanity zone.
The Twilight Zone. This podcast episode will never end. We'll just be doing Stallone impressions for the rest of eternity.
Trapped in this room. I built new mic stands for us. And the whole idea is that we could be more casual.
Yeah.
And so the idea came up that we could just sit pretzel legged on the floor with these. And it's working.
Yeah.
We're just
chilling on the floor. Crisscross applesauce, baby.
that's right. You know who likes applesauce?
Cobra.
I don't know. This whole boundary thing is just it's your basic cat and mouse
Yeah.
of just bad guys coming in, bad guys being eliminated.
Lots of sparks.
Yeah,
Molten metal being poured.
fire. Like one guy gets burned alive.
Mhm.
Not a flaming dude, which I was a little sad about that.
Yeah. There's the part where it's like the dark basement area and Cobra sets up his gun, the laser pointer, tricks one of the bad guys. I thought that was pretty cool.
That was a neat trick.
Yeah. Or he sets up the grenade and then he like runs away and keeps a laser pointer on it and the guys walk past, he blows up the grenade, which probably wouldn't work in real life, but it's a movie.
Doesn't matter.
Nope.
If we're gonna get picky about physics at this point.
Yeah. Bad cop gets blasted.
Bad cop gets blasted. You are correct. There's Chekhov's hook floating around.
Oh yeah.
Lots
Always in the
of, like,
background.
A lot of this hook going on.
I know. When the first time I saw that hook, I was like, if someone doesn't end up on that hook, I'm going to be mad. And I kept showing it too. I was like, someone better. Yeah, and Cobra gets in a fight with the Night Slasher, Mr. Chiseled Face.
Yeah. There is one flaming dude though.
Oh yeah, there is one flaming
Yeah,
dude.
there is one flaming dude. So then I'm happy again.
Yeah, because he gets like all the gas poured on him.
Yeah, that container that definitely said flammable on it. It's like, if this doesn't come into play.
Yeah. And what also came into play was that match that Cobra always had in his mouth too, which I really hope would factor.
You said that right at the beginning. You're like, if he doesn't do something with that match.
Yeah. Oh, he has to. Yeah. Even if it's just like lighting a cigarette or a cigar or whatever.
That would be unhealthy, Brennan.
Very true. He would never. Surprised he didn't light that guy on fire and go, that's bad for your health.
Being on fire is bad for you. Bro.
But yeah, the fight between Cobra and the Night Slasher is pretty good.
It is
Pretty
a good
fun
fight.
little brawl. They don't have like their guns.
He gets the Night Slasher gives a speech,
Yeah.
which I will play a clip of it here.
You wanna go to hell? Huh? Huh, pig? You wanna go to hell with me? Doesn't matter, does it? We are the hunters. We kill the weak, so the strong survive. You can't stop the new world. Your filthy society will never get rid of people like us. It's breathing them. We are the future! No!
Your history.
You won't do it, pig. You won't shoot. Murder is against the law. You have to take me in. If you can. Even I have rights. Don't I? Pig. Take me in. They'll say I'm insane. Won't they? The court is civilized, isn't it? Pig.
But I'm not. This is where the law stops. And I start. Sucker.
And that's just kind of their relationship with each other and how they point and counterpoint their views.
Yeah. Pig. Yeah, that was pretty great. Or I liked how Cobra was using a chain. That's a great weapon. Oh, that would hurt.
Oh, for sure. You ever hit a guy with a chain?
Can't say I have.
Don't.
Yeah. Good idea.
Unless you need to.
Unless I need to.
Unless you need to.
Also a lot of oh no, our hero is pinned down and there's a knife and he's barely holding the knife an inch away from his face. And then he gets the strength to push him off. That's always happening.
That's a pretty good fight, though.
It is a great fight. And of course, it ends with dude getting slammed onto that hook that's wheeling around. And he's just screaming. And the hook slowly gets wheeled into like a bunch of flames.
You know what? He sells it, though.
Yeah.
He sells being impaled on a hook.
Yeah. Yeah.
For normally, you would do that and somebody would just kind of be like, "Rah," and they would die.
Yeah. He was screaming the whole way. Bloody murder the whole way.
Wild.
Yeah. And Cobra's is watching.
He is just watching.
Yeah.
I think he gets it now. I think he gets that guy's thing. It's like, oh, maybe I like murder too. My pants are getting tighter.
But yay, they won. And we go back to the motel area that got demolished. Thankfully, Gonzalez is safe.
Oh, thank goodness. Bless his heart.
Yeah.
There's some aftermath. The two cops are pretty mad at Cobra.
Yeah.
This isn't even our jurisdiction. Doesn't even come up.
Like when they ask him, like, well, you can have like a different position. You know, you can get out of the zombie squad. And he's of course like, no. But he's like, could I get a replacement? Could I get a replacement on my car? And they're like, no.
Yeah, that's not in the budget.
Yeah.
Sorry. We spend all our money on decommissioned military vehicles. So we're basically an army now. We can't help you.
Yeah, we need all this military gear for when we kill somebody and then they get mad about it and they want to protest in the streets.
We lived in a town of maybe 11,000 people here in Wisconsin. And that sheriff's department was getting military grade vehicles sold to them at a discount. For why?
For why?
Is there going to be a zombie outbreak? No. Are one of these gangs going to show up in that town? They spent the money like they thought it would.
Yeah.
They got completely militarized for no good reason. Come on.
Could have spent that money on the parks.
Roads. I don't know. You know what? All that military equipment, not solving the meth problem.
No.
Absolutely not.
Nope.
But hey, whatever makes you feel tough.
With the dumb Punisher sticker on it.
Oh no, there probably is.
Yeah, probably.
Completely not getting it.
Yeah.
That's a very good point you bring up, Brennan. It's the Punisher.
Mm-hmm.
The Punisher very much is kind of like one of these rogue, I don't know, I would say rogue cops for this particular movie.
Yeah.
But somebody who like works outside of the law, who could just kill indiscriminately, and that's fine for them. But the Punisher also believes that cops need to be the best of people.
Yeah.
They don't need to be him.
Yeah, he's throwing his life away. He gets it to a degree that what he's doing is not morally that justified. At least from the standpoint of someone like a cop.
He doesn't like bad cops.
Oh, certainly does not like bad cops. Go watch that new season of Daredevil.
Ooh, where they have the Punisher cult.
Yeah.
Wow, that said a lot. It did.
Yeah. And he's going to get his own little special event thingy on Disney Plus too.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm excited for that.
I like how we've just drifted off from Cobra now.
Yeah.
But that's the end of the movie, though. There's not really any. It's just kind of ends.
Yeah. He gets the girl. They ride off in the sunset on a cool motorcycle that they got from somewhere. That's it. And there was no more crime in LA ever again.
Thank you, Cobra.
Thanks, Cobra. Every year on Christmas, Cobra brings a stick of celery.
Leave a stick of celery out for Cobra. Give a stick, leave a stick.
Don't give me milk unless it's 1%.
So I guess we addressed like all the weird things, the weird zone that this movie just falls into.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you'd like to talk about?
I thought the dialogue was really well written. At least in some scenes, it was very natural. And I think I'm going to give a shout out to Sylvester Stallone and his screenwriting abilities. Because like this and like Rocky, Rocky, a lot of the dialogue in Rocky, the way that the characters talk just feels very natural. And that's what I really enjoy. Because sometimes you watch stuff and it's just actors reading scripts and you can tell that, you know, each line of dialogue was written out versus something like this where it just feels more like natural conversation. And that's something that I really can appreciate about a movie, especially an action movie. Helps it feel a bit more grounded.
Okay.
And we did talk about the cinematography and everything too.
Yeah, we did. Also, the music was an interesting.
Yeah.
Because sometimes it sounded like it was from a TV show of the time. And at other times, it was eerie as hell.
Super eerie.
And doing weird things that made me feel uncomfortable during certain scenes.
Yeah.
And I can't even describe it other than that. And interesting choice. I'm just going to say that. Like, it was just... Sometimes with this stuff, like, unless it's like super catchy, you don't really pick up on it. And
that's fine.
That's the sign of a good soundtrack. Because it gives you the feels as you're going through things. But this one stuck out as like, I'm feeling icky right now because what is happening with just music? And there's weird things going on and I don't feel good. And hats off to that.
Yeah. Yeah, I think this movie strikes an interesting tone. Being an action movie, but also having like horror elements in it. Slasher elements. Like I'm sure if I brought out my slasher checklist right now, it would check quite a few boxes.
I mean, well, the guy is the night slasher, but yes.
But yeah, for like an action movie, I think that's just, it's interesting. And like what you said about the music, I love that about the music. It made it creepy.
Yeah, I mean, it's not the first time where there's kind of like a more slasher-esque killer on the loose and cop needs to find them type of thing.
Right.
That's kind of like its own, I don't know, I would almost say like a subgenre of action movies or crime cop
Yeah.
procedurals type thing. So that's definitely a thing. It works in this.
Mm-hmm.
I would say like I get the vibe.
I do too. Yeah.
It didn't undersell it and it didn't oversell it. It was enough. I wish I could see the unedited version of this.
Oh yeah.
Like just the like a pure director's cut.
Yeah.
Where it was like 130 minutes long. That would be cool.
Yeah. I think it would be better with it.
I don't know if I think they just released some type of Blu-ray, but I highly doubt. I mean, I could be wrong. I'm not going to look it up, dongles. I'm not.
Look it up yourselves.
Sadly, I just can't get a lot of physical media. I wish I could.
Oh well.
Where am I going to put it?
Yeah.
And then I would just be like looking at it like, yeah, there it is.
I have it. Well, do you want to rate this? Saying the word movie?
I suppose I can.
And would you recommend it?
Cobra, it's a movie. I think that it does the trick. We talked about how weird it makes us feel nowadays, but I remember when it came out, I really liked this movie as a kid. Unfortunately, it doesn't stand out enough where I could remember a lot of it.
Sure.
I think I've seen it within the last decade, and I pretty much forgot everything. So there's that. I just remember Car, Stallone, and gun with laser sight on it. That's about it. I thought perhaps, because I didn't remember it, that there was going to be a thing where the one Garrick cop guy, I thought it was going to turn out he was the leader of the cult.
Oh, that would have been a good twist.
And there was going to be an axe battle.
Ah.
And that was just in my head. And I was like, am I remembering this correctly? Like, is this going to happen? And it never did.
Kind of wish it did, honestly.
It would have been a fun little twist, don't you think? Maybe?
Yeah.
I don't know. They never really get into... The cult feels very surface level, which is fine. But yeah, it definitely plays into like all those like conservative fears of they're coming for you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's just going to be a gang of killers. Oh no, they're in your neighborhood. Lock all your doors. Buy 20 times more guns than you need. It's everywhere. You know, it kind of plays into that panic.
Yeah.
It really does, especially when they throw out the statistics in the beginning.
Yeah.
So there's that. But I mean, I do recommend this movie though. It's a fun watch. It's breezy. There's no dull BS in this movie.
No fluff
at all. No fluff at all. It is to the point. You get in, you get out, and you know what? For as much as we bitched about some of the things in this, like, you can just enjoy this movie. You can just watch it and enjoy it.
Yeah.
Guilt-free. Don't feel bad about it. If we made you question anything or if you're mad at us, don't worry. We still like this movie. Brennan, how about you?
This is a movie. I had a really fun time with it. Putting aside, obviously, what you said and what we talked about, looking past kind of the ickiness with some of the themes and ideas in this movie, it is still fun. It's a fun movie. It's pretty well made. It's well acted. The action is really fun. That car chase was great. Yeah, I would recommend it too. It's just a lot of fun. It's pretty much everything you could ask out of an action movie. It's also nice watching an action movie like this that doesn't over-sexualize the women in it. That was quite nice. There were no boobs for no reason, you know?
For an R-rated movie.
Yeah.
No boobs.
That was pretty awesome, I gotta say. Yeah, I liked it. This is probably one of the better Stallone movies we've watched.
You don't have to agree. I mean, it does have its cheesiness to it.
Certainly.
Because he is kind of like a walking stereotype of action movie guy.
Yeah.
But it works.
Yeah, and his one-liners are funny. They're good.
It's not overly cringy.
Yeah.
There's enough just what the hell moments happening, like cutting the pizza and stuff.
Yeah.
Just keep you interested. Well, I'm glad you liked it. I wasn't sure how you would take to Cobra.
It's pretty much what I thought it was going to be. So the expectations were just right.
It was not a critical success.
Ah.
It was not well received by critics at the time. They just were not having it. For a lot of the reasons that we kind of criticized it too, believe it or not, for being like just cruelly violent in some ways. But I mean, we also were entertained by it. That's fine.
Yeah.
We can separate reality from fiction. That said, how do you think it did at the box office?
I'm going to assume pretty good. Just because it has Stallone in it, I feel like he's a big draw. And it's an action movie. Those were big. This is the mid-'80s. I think it did pretty well. Did it?
Well, it had a budget of $25 million, which is pretty good for that time.
Yeah.
160 it made. So
that's making its money back. Yeah.
Yeah, and it was produced by Golan Globus, which I don't think you're really familiar with their stuff. I mean, you've probably seen a lot of movies that they produced, and it was a lot of like, let's make some action movies.
Okay.
And like, yeah, there's a great documentary you should watch sometime about them. It's fantastic, but they tried to get a sequel off the ground and it just didn't happen. I think it could have been an interesting franchise.
I think so too. I think this is, you know what we really needed? Action Jackson crossover movie.
Oh man,
Action Jackson and Cobra teaming up.
That would be cool. Two guys, two cool cars.
Yeah. Above the law, but a part of the law, but above the law. Yeah. And they have to fight a Terminator.
What, I got to be in it?
Yeah, throw Arnold in there too.
Well, you can't make that movie nowadays because one of them is dead.
Oh, yeah. R.I.P.
So that's Cobra.
Yeah. There was not a single Cobra in that whole movie.
Other than the one on his gun.
0 out of 5 stars.
Okay, well, let's wrap this up, Brennan.
Do you think Stallone's home alone now?
Stallone alone home?
On a golden toilet eating a corner of pizza?
Just cutting it up like nothing. Like just casual.
Yeah.
Like it's nothing. It's not a big deal.
With hedge clippers.
Yeah. Well, speaking of wrapping things up, wrap yourself up in one of our shirts from our T Public.
Hey.
Links down in the show notes. Oh, yeah. Connect with us if you want. You can send us an email. Our email address is
corruptedyouthpod@gmail.com.
Send this one from your bro.
But don't stare at your screen for too long. That's bad for your eyes.
Take a envelope and mail some tubed meats that you don't want to eat because it's not healthy for you. Yeah, you can interact with us if you're on Blue Sky. Our link is also in the show notes. Brennan has access and chooses not to, and you know what? That's okay, Brennan.
Not a Twitter guy.
It's not Twitter. It's Blue Sky.
It's Twitter.
It's
not X. That's for sure.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, stay tuned for cinema sketches.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Should be interesting. Brennan, we should do like a joint thing sometime.
That would be fun. We should definitely.
You could be my guest on there.
Hey,
my special guest.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, Brennan's good at art too.
Oh yeah.
So that'd be interesting. So I guess hey, thanks to our listeners. That's you.
The dongles. Oh, and get ready for Summer Slasher Camp too.
That's right, dongles. No one's safe this year.
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to think of something funny to say.
Yeah, no, that just sounded really ominous.
coming to your home, Donkles.
We're gonna do Stallone impressions. There's nothing you can do about it.
They're gonna be really terrible. You think us? And thanks to our fellow podcasters for your support. Hang in there, Donkles.
Bye.
Romp, take you! Romp, take you! Romp, take you! Romp, take you!
Thankfully, I have my poop analyzer with me. Beep, boop, 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 beep, beep, beep. Ding.
Being on fire is bad for you. Bro,